Welcome back to Pokemon Leaf Green, the Nuzlocke that we be playing. Last time, we made our way to the SSN. Did a Pokemon die at all in that part? I don't remember, but currently we've got a gaggle of Pokemon. Of course, currently in our party, Ivysaur, Fearow, Nidoqueen, Clefable, Weeping Bell. It will remain Weeping Bell until we get Leafstone, and Meowth. That is solely there because it has pickup. We might swap out Meowth in a minute, is what I'm saying. And Fearow. Fearow as well. Now, this is because our next gym is the Vermilion City Gym. So, we kind of have a slight issue with one or two of our Pokemon. They're not exactly designed to be taking on the electric type, necessarily. If we actually take a look, when it comes to the electric type, what you'd want is, say, something that has ground typing, because then that means it is immune to the electric type attacks. That doesn't mean that they don't have ways of dealing damage, just they're less likely to be able to do anything. So, for example, Nidoqueen here. We have Nidoqueen, that's good. We should not rest on our laurels, though. Obviously, at the end of the day, Ivysaur here is part grass, meaning it resists. Same with Reaping Bell, which is good. It's not perfect, but good enough. It means that they're usable. Whereas with Fearow, its flying typing means that it's weak to electric type maneuvers. So although I do like being my Fearow, I do like that it's adamant, I'd rather not have it get hit with a Thunderbolt and dying to Raichu. And also its special defense is not really the best. So yeah, sadly this means Fearow is going to get boxed. It's been... oh, hang on. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Wait, I already have 3 badges. Oh, well, I'm just gonna edit the descriptor currently. Okay, so the description has now been changed for anything that... so, last time we did the Vermilion Gym, we did the SSN and all that, so, oops. So no, actually, we won't be boxing Fearow. The past 3 minutes have been completely to waste. Whoops is the word of the day. Wait, do we have... how many Pokeballs do we currently have? We have 13. I'm just gonna... we have the money. I'll just buy another 20. And how many Super Potions do we currently have? 6. I'll buy another 10. Okay, so while I am actually still considering switching up parts of my team, we don't have to. I completely blocked out, because on the site... it shows there's 3 badges. Pewter, Cerulean, Vermilion. We had Fearow in the team. I just think I wouldn't, you know? I like how it tells us, oh, there's a help beat your rival that many times. Abby the Beedrill was a fatal teammate, helping to defeat Brock. Sure it was. So yeah, this is currently what we've got in our box as well. We've not got many Pokemon. So if I want to swap a Pokemon out, let's say I don't want 2 grass poison types on my team, or 3 poison types for that matter, that's actually the issue that I think we do have currently, is that I have maybe a bit too much on the poison, maybe a little bit too much on the normal as well, but we'll keep Meow for the time being due to its pickup ability being actually quite a nice one. Which means we could throw in Drowsy, or we could throw in Diglett. Diglett's ground typing does overlap with Nidoqueen, so Drowsy it is. Drowsy it is. So yeah, well, I'll remove Weeping Bell for the moment and slot in Drowsy. So we'll sort that out, obviously. So this was me being dumb, alright? Now I am gonna have to now double check that I've not gone up the tunnel yet. Apparently we didn't count anything about 6 Orange Vermilion. What can we even find? Oh yeah, because Route 6 we can't find anything because of the fact that everything's duped outside of the fish stuff. Okay, same with Vermilion City, just fish related. Route 9's next route we'll be able to go into, and we can find ourselves a Sandshrew if we desire. Route 10 is Voltor, Sandshrew, pretty much. Other than that, we'd need the fishing rod / surf. And then what tunnel is when we're probably actually going to get another actual encounter, which will be one of these many things here. Pokemon Tower, we can't really do much because the ghosts, and then all these other routes that we'll be going on to in due time. So yeah, some of this was on me, I'll admit. I apologise. So yeah. I'm going to double check my infantry because whether or not I've got Flash, whether or not I've got the old Amber. Ooh. No, I keep pressing C. I don't know why I keep pressing. I mean B. I'm totally playing this on a GBA. Nintendo, don't hurt me, please. Drowsy's level 13. That's the only downside. Okay, well, we can train Drowsy. We can train Drowsy. There's ways to do that. We'll be heading on to routes where there'll be trainers where we can train Drowsy on. Because at the end of the day, we've got some quite good Pokemon. So yeah, anyway, let's check our bag. So we've got in the TMK's cut. No Flash. Okay, which also means no Old Amber. Okay. Right. Okay. So yeah, I'm getting confused with the buttons again. Boo. So yeah. Anyways, so before we head off into the mid game going through Rock Tunnel, let's go not onto Route 11 fully, but let's go back into Diglett's cave. We caught Diglett in here. Last time, which rendered that would have been potential backup there actually. It's called Grand Mon. I think that's a good name for it, actually. It's there if we need it. Ooh, that took us a while to get a camera. But through Diglett's tunnel allows us to get back to back to Pewter, and which allows us to pick up stuff that we may have forgotten to pick up, or things that we couldn't have. Of course, I need to make sure that I've actually got cut on a Pokemon still. Which Pokemon is it that we have cut on? No. Oh yeah, Meowth. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, phew. We didn't make the mistake. So, I've got both a bottle of water, currently half drank, because I got it, right, at like near 9 o'clock at night, and then I got back into my house, and sonked. I legit sonked till about 7:45, and that's why this stream is happening at near 8:30. Keep it done now, actually. Lean back. In this direction. Obviously, Razorleaf's gonna miss. It's using Dig. Stupid game. Could done anything. That's the one downside to Razorleaf. At the end of the day, it is 95 act, which means it can miss more consistently than some other moves. But it is Razorleaf. It is a good move. Otherwise, just a higher chance of critical hitting. It does more damage than some of the other grass maneuvers. Really, it's a nice move to have. Oh, pardon me. So this bit was gonna happen the same regardless. I was gonna do this. I forgot. Right, the thumbnail's completely wrong. It should just be a black screen because we'll be going into Rock Tunnel. But hey, you know, maybe who knows? Maybe people who are watching this in the future. Hello, future people. How's the future like? Is it better than the past? Well, for me, currently the present. As it enters into the past and the future slowly becomes the present. Existentialness about the time aside. What was I going to say? Oh yeah! Those in the future. Maybe click on this thinking, so this is the part that has Surge in it. No, you should have finished watching the previous part, clearly. I should have finished streaming the previous part, obviously. Somehow I managed to disappear from my own stream. So anyway, so obviously for the next thumbnail for the Final Fantasy XIV playthrough, I'm just going to find a screenshot of something spoilery in Stormblood and draw that. Just maybe randomly I should just draw like, I don't know, like Susano, "See parts of me alone" kind of thing, that boss, or something like that. just random, oh, maybe Alice in her Stormblood outfit. For when we do, if we potentially do Binding Coil instead of her in her looking pretty much the same as Alpha No look. I say, what's up? It's pitch black. Oh no! It's dark in a dark, miserable cave. Who would have guessed it? Actually, while I'm here, there's a bit of. Just gonna check. There's like a hidden item around here. No, okay, actually there isn't. So anyway, first things first, there's this house. This person points out how you can use HMs. But this one's looking for an Abra. So if we had an Abra, we could have actually gotten our hands on a Mr. Mime. We'll ignore the Abras that tried to do that job at teleporting away and me failing to catch them. That means they did that job quite well. Anyway, heading to the south of Route 2, there's the gatehouse here, where there's a Professor Rogade. If we have 10 species in our Pokédex, we can get a HM. And we have 20, so we did it. We got HM05, Flash. This means we'll be able to actually see in Rock Tunnel, and we don't have to look up a map. I might still do that. It'll be a bit of a cheeky bugger, but that's more just because I don't like Rock Tunnel. Honestly, anyone who does is weird. So yes, I actually like being able to see. So TMKs. What? Flash. We can put it on Meowth. That's right. Meowth is my HM slave. I just realized that's what I'm doing to him. To her, even because it's a female one. Oh, but it is a cat. We get to be like, look, it's a cat. Meow. Meow for me, damn it, people, because there's a cat on screen. Okay, if you do that though, you weirdo. We can carry on heading south actually from this point though. As there is an Aether! Woo! We can restore MP. And a Paralyze Hill! Lovely! We might need that stuff. But as you can see, there are various trees along this bit that would be able to take us back onto Route 1 and into Viridian. Oh, lovely. That's the point of the gatehouse, it's to cut through Viridian Forest. So if we head back this way, we can head back into Pewter actually. We're going to go and grab the old Amber. This is so that we can revive an Aerodactyl later. Basically, we'll have 2 fossil Pokemon. Once we're at Cinnabar, we get 2 additional Pokemon. And that's great news, actually. Whether or not we'll use them, it's dependent on whether or not they have a role to play. Or if I suddenly have a massive brain hemorrhage and get half my team murdered. I don't know. My team's not... I think there are definitely going to be the types that will hurt. Pardon me. This person gets ignored, and so they want us to take it to a place for it to be looked at. We'll get to that area in Cinnabar, so all in due time. And that's our trip to Pewter done. Yeah, real quick. Just now, if only we had the HM for Fly. Sadly, that's not available yet. We need to get to Celadon for that, which means we have to go back through the bloody cave. Hooray! Ooh, level 22. And it's using Growl on us. No! Go, barrage of leaves! For you see, the razor leaf makes the leaf so sharp, it essentially acts like real small sharp blades that slice you to pieces. Obviously you don't see a realistic representation of that in Pokemon, because let's face it, that would be quite gruesome. I don't like Douglas Tunnel, to be fair, actually, as a location, just because it is literally just a straight, it's essentially a diagonal line up and down. You only do so if you know that there's stuff on Route 2. Like, we could head from there to Cerulean, but that means going back through Mount Moon. So, I mean, unless we randomly encountered a shiny, I would see no worth in going back through Mount Moon. We did everything we could there. Did I remember to grab the old wand, actually? Because although we won't be using it because that's just for Magikarps, actually we could use it. We could use an old one on a route where we've already encountered stuff. Just fish up Magikarps and just level Drowsy up through that method. Actually, it being like level 13, I think I'll head back to Cerulean before I start considering doing any grinding. Just wanting it to get to be maybe a bit higher level, just so that it's usable, not being below level. It being below Misty in terms of level is probably not a good thing. Also, actually will be useful for us in Celadon, because quite a number of grass types have poison to them, and Psychic murders poison, so it would have a use. Oh, we're running low on our razor leaves and we keep missing! Yay! I love missing with my razor leaf. It's so fun. Thank you, game. Right. Get out of the tunnel, we'll head to the Pokemon Center in Vermilion, then we'll go on upwards back to Cerulean, where we'll have to do so to carry on the game. And I don't know if I want to force the encounters, because the next route we once we can get to the patch of grass, it'll just be for Sandshrew according to the tracker. Could be wrong, it could be wrong. I think we made a point of looking it up last time. But more importantly, obviously, will be whether or not we want a Thought Orb. Which, Electric's useful against water and flying, but at the same time, so is a Rock type, which will be getting a Rock Tunnel, so... Do a good old hill. Thing is, our team is actually mostly evolved due to either it being a stone evolution that we've evolved or the level up evolutions that we've sorted out. Ah yeah, here's Route 6 where we can't really get anything until... Actually yeah, no, I should probably check. Let's check quickly. No, that's... Pokemon. Did I grab the old one? No, that's the old Amber. I don't think I have actually. I'm not sure if it's I don't know if it's needed, but there should be in a house somewhere. Maybe it's this one. There it is. Fishing Guru, give me the old ward. With the old ward, we can now fish up Magikarp. That's all. There might be a route or two that might allow a small chance of something else, but I highly doubt it. Right, anyway, what's my select button? There it is. I mean, obviously the select button's the select button. Still can't go through the gatehouses, we need to get to Celadon for that. Which means back into the underground. Whoopee! Oh, I was paying more attention to my feet at this point. Onwards! Oh. Oh. Right, okay, I'm gonna head up here and start leveling up Drowsy a little bit. This is due to the fact that audition spells about show up around here. So I know, before he come back into the grind. Hey, it's Metapod! It's only very late. Now, good news is we have confusion. Very lovely and doesn't get affected by harden. While we're doing that, maybe I can see if I kept any tabs open on Chrome. Game files. What's an active? Huh. I have a ton of Bulbapedials just in a inactive sense. Including Skydrop. Huh. I don't know why. Why did I look up Skydrop one day randomly? What 9's the next route will be on? Yeah, it's actually just straight up. Yeah, I remember that now. I remember what we were doing then. It is straight up just based on which version we are, because yeah, there's a lot of that sadly. That's the thing, we're still technically, until we go for Rock Tunnel, we're still doing the early game routes. So, but we've done 3 gym badges. Okay, this is going to take a lot longer than I would like to admit, because these are like too low level. You know what, we can always switch train a little bit as well. The options there, oh for fuck's sake, the options there. And besides, have a few high level Pokemon on Route 9 we could fight on in the wild sense. Which includes the Sandshrews. So yeah. Right, let's cut our way through a tree before we fight anything. Has Meowth randomly picked up shit? No, it hasn't. Okay. HM Slave Meowth. You hate to see it. Actually, did I teach? Have I taught Fable yet? Ah, Water Pulse. That makes sense. You're a Pokemon with you. You're mine. You can't claim me as yours, you foolish Picnico Alicia. Alicia? I don't know. Anyway, Drowsy may be a little lower level, but that means but that's fine. Our computer can kill rubbish. Behold, the power of the poison type. It's super effective. Ah, fuck. Well, at least they can't put my Pokemon to sleep and I can just out-hit. I can just super potion my way through this. Maybe I should have done this thing called Hypnosis. I could have used Hypnosis. Well, we'll confuse the Oddish to death. That's what's 100% happening. We get not even enough to level up. And then on the Bellsprout, we'll Hypnosis. Or we can miss on the Hypnosis. That's fun. And this is pre-Gen 4, so... Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm gonna have to heal now. Right, okay. Super potion time. I have a nugget. Perfect. I can use that for later. Have the money. Crap. Right, so we're wrapped, so that's not a good thing. I want to hypnosis to what? There we go. Right, there we go. Now we don't. Now I can use an antidote, and I don't have to worry about Bell Spout doing much else to me. Other than, of course, the continued damage from WAP, but there's not much more I can do about that. Anyway, where's my antidotes? Sadly, it has used growth twice. Oh, we're freed from the WAP, finally. Yay! Super effective! Because Bellsprout actually has quite special defense, because growth actually only really does much to special attack these days. I'm remembering Gen 1 where growth is amazing because it ups your special stat. Meaning now you're going to hit things harder especially, and things can't hit you better especially. Means it's a nice way to deal with other psychic types in a way. Just become better than them. It's another Oddish. Let's hypnosis it while we can. You know what? The cannon's been open longer. Probably not the cannon. But I will tell people, hydrate yourselves. That's important, especially when randomly the weather decides to hit over 20 degrees. I'm not joking. That's what it did yesterday. So for a portion of the day, I was a legit puddle on the ground because screw me. You know what? I'll take paralysis. I'll take paralysis. I'd rather that over poison since it seems to not want to actually do much else. One more confusion will do the trick. Die, you Oddish. Die! Nice consistent amount of XP out of it though, so that's useful. And it's never Bell Spout, which will probably use... Yeah, it's using both. Yeah, that makes sense. So thankfully it's only special attack, which means, yeah, you gotta be careful with the Fire Whip, but seeing as we're in 2-shot range at all times against Bell Spouts with our confusions, yeah, we just have to not be... Hey, we didn't get hit with a powerless check at all, and that's fine. That's fine. That's good. That's good. That's real good. Like that. Level 15. What is a Drowsy's moveset? Ponders. At least in Fire Red Leaf Green, because since this is our psychic type, might as well headbutt, poison gas, meditate. That's what we'll be getting. Psychic at 31, unless we evolve it into Hypno before that, in which case it gets psychic at 35. So that's good to know. TM40, Aerial Ace. Ooh, wait, hold on. I just need to double check now. Does Pharaoh learn it via level up? Because that is a really good move. Aerial Ace is good. Base 60. Oh, wait, not the strongest ever. But, and here's a big but, it never misses. Mirror move, Drill Peck. Okay, I mean, he gets Drill Peck at level 40. But that's level 40. Which means TMKs. Where did it go? It goes here. Aerial Ace, use. Then we can teach it to a few other Pokemon. But we'll teach it to Vera. It can use it the best, seeing as it's a flying type, and its base power of 60 is just amazing comparatively to the base power of 35 of Peck. But it's not exactly double, but it is better, just straight up. So we'll take it. Maybe I should teach Rock Tomb to something, just so that I have another way of dealing with, like, flying types. Or even Shockwave for that matter, then. I forget that it's Shockwave you get. It's another you can't miss move, but... I mean, Clefable can learn it. Clefable can be used to deal with flying types a little bit more. And we'll take it over Pound. We have Mega Punch for normal stab. I like that we get to see like this animation, like machine set. It's like actively like we're giving it the power to use a move because of that. Actually, while we're here, let's paralyze heal. No, won't have any effect because I'm looking to do that on Drowsy. Just so that it's not in dire straits. And then we have... Oh yeah, we have two rare candies. We can use those when we desire to on a Pokemon if it's so needed. At the moment, not needed. Funny. And oh, what item did it get? A Norman Berry. I mean, it could keep that actually, but I want to be able to get stuff out of it. So. Oh no, the hiker. Oh, he was bored. It's me, Hiker Jeremy. I hiked a many hike. I saw some twat getting dragged up by Sherpas up Mount Everest. And apparently he wanted to do that instead of, I don't know, making people give a shit about a wrestling company. Oh no, I do hope that Darby Allin doesn't kill himself on Mount Everest. That would be actually real bad. But seriously, it's like, they want me to be the champ, but I'm just gonna fuck off. Does make me go, okay, I was actually outsped. That was going to be bad then. Thankfully, we managed to confusion the patrol. I'm going to switch out. And of course, there's a quid. Machop knowing seismic toss. That is painful. Yeah, I'm just gonna switch. Really, game? You were going to use Harden, but I was on 6 health? I don't believe that in the slightest. No game. No, you're capping me. Hey, level 16 for Drowsy. Whoopee. Yeah, here we go. And then level up for Monica. The Fable. Keep it coming, eh? Oh god, Jeremy's Canadian. Actually, I know Canadian election occurred recently. Oh, I'm going backwards. Fuck. I don't know the results, and partly because I don't care, because I'm not Canadian. I'm not in Canada and all that. But hey, you know what? As long as the people that would be worse at the job don't win, I don't really care. Hello, you trainer. What do you have? Who's that walking there with good-looking Pokemon? R-O-N? No. That's who's that jumping off. Hey, guys, look! It's me! It's Camper Chris! And I have a Growlithe! No, I have Growlithe. No, he's a good boy. Now, Growlithe might have Bite at this point, with Intimidate as well. That's extra lovely. Just go and switch over to a Clefable. Water Pulse the hell out of this damn fire type. Could have also switched to Nail Queen. No, using the layer. Fair enough. We'll allow it to happen. And then we Water Pulse it to death. Ooh, almost. If this was stab, it would be a kill. Oh, pardon me. But it wasn't. Sad. There's like this brief period. Oh, Charmander! It's Charmander! And we're dousing it with water. We're going to put that tail out. As I was about to say, the best time to buy Easter eggs is actually like the day after Easter. And that's because fun fact, I buy Nomo ones because they have no milk or anything like that would murder me if I tried to eat. And they were like $8.50. They got put down to like $4.50 the day after. A couple of days later, there was still a few Sainsbury's were selling, and that put them down to like $2.25. So it's like, oh sweet, I can buy him copious amounts of eggs. Lovely. Happy Chris. Sweet tooth fulfilled. It's funny seeing my name on say a trainer or like a character in a game I'm playing. It's like in Dragon Quest Steel 2, there is a character called Chris that runs up to you and forces you to buy a newspaper. Ow! Why did it hit 5 times? Like, and that, so, you know. Ah, we didn't do as much damage as I was hoping. Okay, need a queen, you're in. The fuck, game? What did I do to make you want to have furry attack hit all 5 times? It's a second B! Drill. And a good old body slam through the box. I don't know. See, that's the thing. That's the great thing about this tag team match. Drowsy went in for the hot tag. Nidoqueen just gets in there, bodies them, pins them. 1, 2, 3, and you're winners. Apparently it was a total waste of time. Well, fella, you were the one that foolishly chose to go for the approach of 2 B-drills. Maybe your team would be better if you had, oh, I don't know, a 3rd B-drill. No, that would be terrible. We've got a both. Anywho, so here in this grass, we can get tackled by a Rattata and lose health. And deal half the amount of damage needed. And it dealt half of what health we had remaining. No! Okay, yeah, Drowsy needs the level, clearly. But we will therefore be switching. Actually, better idea. I want to use one more super potion, and then I'm probably going to want to just not bother with super potions. Because we're going to head back down to Cerulean. I just want to see if I can encounter Sandshrew at all. Nope, that's a Spirit. This is the thing. They are faster. That's actually probably to my detriment. Like, if we look at Drowsy's base stats, we are operating with 45 base defense. So what I should probably be doing is turn 1 Hypnosis, turn 2 everything else. Now it's growling. It's just not choosing to peck at all. That is so weird. It has peck. It would probably have Fury Attack by now. I'll take the level up. I'm going to back to Cerulean because we're running low on confusions and the game is... Hey, headbutt. We'll take that over pound. Also, we could use this to try and flinch spam a little. Actually, no. But you know what? Oh, we probably won around. At the end of the day, the only Pokemon we can get here is Sandshrew. So, trying to not just find rats, but believe it or not. Oh, yeah, no, we're out. Fuck you, Ratters. You know what? We don't need to encounter a Pokemon here, considering it's only Sandshrew. I have this idea. How about we heal in Cerulean and just carry on with the wild in general, and then if we happen to encounter a Sandshrew later on, or we're like, okay, then where can we find Pokemon after a massive failure of epic proportions? Doot, 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 doot. That button. You know what? I don't like riding the bike because I'm not a fan of that music that's playing when you're riding it. It just sounds off to me. Besides, running is good enough. Meow. There is an item over here, but it also requires fighting this hiker. Ha 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 ha! Bring it on! Foolish trainer, you dare face hiker Alan! And his Geodude! Geo. Confusion. Whatever feeble amount of brain Geodude has. Oh, actually, it managed to select quite well, actually. Ow! Game! Why? And that's what happens when you're under level, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, grinding a drowsy up. That seems to be the objective. Once we've had an encounter in Rock Tunnel, we could probably maybe use the Pokemon there a little bit, because the Chops and Zubats will be prevalent. Trouble is, I now either have to go back to Cerulean or use a Super Potion. Hey, a Burn Heal, that's useful if we ever get burned. Because, believe it or not, having Drowsy up front means there is a chance of pursuit occurring. Depending on the Pokemon we're facing. Velro is actually a little bit useless for the next section because it's going to be very much a case of having to deal with some of the rock types that exist. But, because of some of the trainers, maybe not. You're still keeping it a Caterpie, I see. I don't even want to use Confusion. I'm just going to headbutt you. I'm going to headbutt you. I'm going to headbutt you. Oh, we could make a reference to Invincible, but I don't know who's actually read the comics, / who's watched the show. Because some people are... Oh, did I press the Windows key by accident? No, I was pressing C like an idiot. Welcome to Chris Remains an Idiot, pressing... My god, that's how much damage a Gabby fucking did! Confusion. Hey, Broom. Weedle, what? Oh, I am confusing. Confusion. Ah, phew, no poison. Okay, anything else other than that sort of stuff? Ah, Venonat! Okay, well, that's another confusion then, because it's got poison type. Oh, bloody poison powder! Good thing this was the last Pokemon on this trainer. Sadly, it's not last trainer of the route. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! We didn't kill. Oh. Wait, hang on, that's illegal. I'm being confused. Maybe if that could have been Bug Psychic. That would have been different. Would have made it more useful in like Gen 1? No idea, but it would certainly be something. Okay, it's definitely getting warmer now. I need to open the window. So this is why I've got my hair tied up. It's so that I can maybe reduce the amount of anything occurring from my hair being all over the place. Which means if you suddenly see me in the week's time having my hair shaved off, then yeah, it got too hot for me, and I hate the sun. No, I don't hate the sun. I hate warm weather. It murders me. Oh, that was a Paradise Hill. Oops, I was trying to use an antidote. So if we carry on this way, there's another patch of grass and another camper. And apparently they're taking the walk tunnel to get to Lavender. They've gone the wrong way slightly. I don't know why I checked my wrist. Level 26 is how we need to get Drowsy up to stuff. Right, hypnosis, because it's going to hyperfang the hell out of us. Damn it, it was able to pull it off. And we miss on the hypnosis! We are missing way too bloody often with the hypnosis. It's making Drowsy be a terrible commitment. And I love that spamming hyperfang. Oh, pardon me. But hey, this means we'll easily murder it now. Thank you Poison Point, and thank you Nidoqueen. Once again, Nidoqueen being the saviour of the day. No, it's a little Sandshrew! Double kick. I'm just gonna kick in its face repeatedly. Randomly, Sandshrew gets Poison Sting. I have no idea why they chose to have that be the case. Not something I would attribute to Sandshrew. Like, obviously, like basic normal maneuvers, a ground type maneuver or two. Okay, how much does Body Slam do? It's pure ground, so yeah, no, it's quite a good amount. And we can paralyze. And an Ekans to round things out. No, my attack. I actually do care about it with Nidoqueen. Yeah, Body Slam's still one shot. Nidoqueen! Camper Drew gets battered. Can't measure up to us. But yeah, there's another small patch of grass here, which is why this person's gone the wrong way. We'll talk to this hiker so that we can get the XP off of it. We'll probably have to switch immediately though, because Bryce has a Geodude, and apparently I can't murder Geodudes as well with. I'll try a hypnosis. Hey, actually worked this time. Okay, never mind, we're keeping it in then. Confusion, kidday! Ooh, nearly half. So it's 3 confusions still. Ugh, that's confusions. Weak power, Geodude having better special defense than I think it'd be having. Next up is a second Geodude! Interesting gameplay as I do the exact same bloody thing! So obviously there's the singular stream so far of Oblivion. I gotta say, yeah, it pretty much is just Oblivion, but looking a bit bad graphically. And that's good. That's a good thing, because I think that's the point of remasters, is that they're not meant to change up the game much, it's just meant to look better. And also on a modern system, so you can play it without having to unearth the ancient relic they used to be on. Ooh, Machop. Definitely gonna hypnosis it, because I'd rather not get Seismic Tossed twice. Or Kawaii Chopped. Kawaii Chop is annoying. I personally think that remakes are fine when it's such an old game where it's like, yeah, there's been like such massive strides that the game is now able to be completely different in terms of how it plays out, while you keeping similar story beats. Maybe then again, Final Fantasy VII Remake kind of blows everything to the wayside with how much it changes. And it's like, on the gameplay side of thing, yeah, it's your more normal Final Fantasy approach these days, more action-y RPG than turn-based shenanigans. About 10. We can hop into the grass in a minute. I'm just going to go to Pokemon Center first. But then when it actually does do changes to the story, it's like, oh, okay, it's doing things differently. Some of the stuff in the earlier in the game, where it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this makes sense, flesh out more of the connection between Cloud and Sephiroth immediately, expand on some of the characters that are side characters that, you know, don't matter in the grand scheme of the overall plot of Final Fantasy VII as much, but it's nice for them to exist. But when it does massive changes, it's like, oh, okay. In fact, that's a whole plot point of Remake. There's massive changes occurring when there shouldn't be. Alright, that was an entertaining turn. We all fail horribly at our jobs. Ready to go us? Actually, I should probably double check now. Route 10. In Route 10, we get our lovely aspect of... not Gen 1, not Gen 2, but the Gen 3 Lancets of things. Again, we could find a 25% chance of Sandshrew. The most likely option is not Spearow. We just happen to have gotten a Spearow. But the most likely option, without having access to surfing or awards that are better than the good ward, is Pholtorb at 40%, and it can be level 14 or level 16 to 17. And Spearow carrying on its day of using Leer. Makes it a lot easier to kill, to be honest. With the power of our mind. Ooh, psychic powers! Now in Gen 1 that would actually probably be quite scary and just to be going, because, jump the ledge instead of going into the grass. Okay, well, Route 9 is now Route 9 is now dead in the water. We can't count anything there, which, so Route 10, yeah, Route 10 is Sandshrew now. Now, this is fine. It's another ground type, sadly. In some ways, that's not the best. Do your defense, Carl Sandshrew. Good on you. Now, once I've caught it, I have no idea what to do. I'd better another time. Sleep plus being on low health will do the trick quite lovely. Yep, there we go. Which means we'll be throwing the ball now. Go, Pokeball! Follow it! And do all that stuff. Yeah! Sandshrew! Sandshrew. Earlier on in the Pokédex than a number of Pokemon, this Pokemon has Sandfell as its sole ability, outside of hidden abilities, which means it would require us to utilize sand to up its evasion rate. So that's a thing. It solely is now it's a female Sandshrew. What would be a ground armadillo? No, a ground mouse armadillo looking thing be called? That's female. I don't actually know. But level 22, so you know, not too far off, depending on the level you get it at. It can become Sandslash, which has base 100 attack and base 110 defense. Meaning, physically speaking, not that bad actually. And it gets moves like Slash and Fury Swipes and even Sandtube. Sandtube at quite a high level, so that's kind of shite in a way. I'm not making a reference this time. Some people might think so when I say the name Sonia, but I'm not. It's just what I feel like using as a name. I might even be misspelling it, but in this instance we're going Sonia with an S-O-N-Y-A. Where's the there it is. Sonia. So you can make a myriad of references depending on how it's spelt, the name. Obviously, we can go with what I referenced earlier, with a different Pokemon in a different part. We can go for other Pokemon characters that happen to be called Sonia. There is one, Gen 8, for example. Obviously, Mortal Kombat. Former WWE wrestler Sonya Deville, if she's not in the company anymore, I forget. Really, but she's in WWE 2K25 at least, so anyway. Anywho's, with that, what tunnel? Behold, all we can see! Unless we go into our Pokemon tab, select good old Meowth. Behold! We can see where the fuck we're going! Hooray! Oh, and we're about to hit the first trainer already, so I'm just going to switch over to Ivysaur for a moment, because if memory serves me correctly, this guy should have Slowpokes. Unless that's not the case in Fire Red Leaf Green, but in Pokemon Yellow, he has Slowpokes. He's a grass type. Pokemania. Oh no, he has Kubo. Hey, it's fine anyway. We have Ivysaur up front anyway, so that's fine too. Because basically will hurt. Because yeah, Kubo. We murdered the Kubo. I'm a monster. Turning us into monsters. Ah, there's Slowpoke. Turning us into monsters. Kids with guns. Kids with guns. Well, anyway, while we're murdering a Slowpoke, I'll just sing Gorillas, because of course I fucking would. Love me some Gorillas. Alright, that deals with that, and I don't know which Pokemon I want up front for when we make our encounter. Probably throw Drowsy up front just for hypnosis purposes. But we'll just run through the dungeon when we get our encounter, which is Zubat. Okay, level 15. And it is female. Okay, well, we'll hypnosis this time. We'll go for a headbutt. I'm not too sure I want to do more than one. Then after that, we can actually grind Drowsy up a little bit. Using the various encounters in the cave. It immediately woke up! Pardon me, and now we're confused! Oh, lovely! I'm astonished. Hey, we started confusion immediately! Man, we got nothing but super effective moves against me. No, hypnosis. Right, that kind of is now empty. I need to clean up my desk. Actually, while I'm at it, if I remove the label on the water bottle, I can actually probably keep the water bottle. So like this water bottle here, I could probably keep it, fill up with water before streams, and then use this from now on instead of drinking Fanta. Probably be healthier actually, for that matter. In my opinion. But hey, you know, I like me some fizzy drinks. Probably wash it out beforehand as well, actually, for that matter. But you know, it's an option. Better than me just throwing it in a bin, you know. Anyway, Zubat! We got Zubat. I don't think we were going to be able to get our hands on stuff like Onyx, to be honest. But hey, you know, Rock Tunnel, apparently we could have found Gravelers. I don't know on that one, but anyway. Zubat! And again with... Oh, yeah, and Sandra. There we have Sandra as well. Right, nickname. A name for female Zubat. Now, I actually do quite like Crobat. I think Crobat's a good Pokemon. It's a shame we're playing Gen 3. It is a real shame that this is not a game where you can get the non-Kanto evolutions for some of the Kanto mons. It means that best we can do is Golbat, and that's not as fun. That's not as good. Crobat just gives it betterness. Heart Gold Soul Silver does this better in terms of just the overall aesthetic of the Pokemon that you can get, I would argue. Sure, most of it's because the items you need can't be found in the base game, but, you know, that's sensible, I guess. But still, just, I've got trails in the brain at the moment, I don't want to limit some trails, but at the same time I can. If I can make a Crobat, this would work better, I'd say, arguably, but you know what? Yeah, this works. Trying to remember how to spell Shirley. I may have done it wrong. Well, people can correct me in the comments. I think I missed an E potentially. Surely. It looks wrong. Well, I am not going to detail too much about my history of being bad at English because it's a road fast travelled through many a time. Anyway, now that we've murdered a Zubat, now that we've caught a Zubat, we can murder the rest of the Zubats that will encounter on our journey. Which, you know, that's good. Get a bit of experience out of it. Oh wait, hang on a second. Oh, you know what? We can come back here. We can come back to the stuff there. Ah, look at these. These are some rugged rocks. If we had Rock Smash, a thing that came about in later generations, we'd be able to. Ah, the Mankey. Oh, monkey pig. It's luring us. I love Annihilate. Like, I think Gen 9 gave us some really, really good Pokemon. Oh, it's not very effective though, so gotta be careful on the health side of things. This is the thing, I think Gen 9 gave us some really good Pokemon in my opinion. But at the same time, I understand why people seem to never really appreciate it sometimes. You know what? I don't know what we're going to be facing. Let's send Pharaoh up. Drew illustrations of Pokemon when he was home. Oh, lovely. More Pokemania, as Winston here has a Slowpoke. You know what? This is fine. I would have been better with maybe one or two other Pokemon, but hey, you know, AOL Ace does that much. Ah! My AOL Ace is now disabled. You fool! You've fallen for my trap! Pursuit! I think they're as much as I would like. Yeah, Free Attack would do better then. Hey, we hit 5 times. Seriously, what are the odds of this? I do ponder just the RNG of that. Level up for Pharaoh! Hooray! Now, sadly, I am going to be switching away from Pharaoh immediately because of all the various block types that exist. Of course, if a fighting type shows up, I'm going to have to probably switch again, but I don't know, it's not too bad. It's not the strongest electric move in the world, but it will do enough against the Zubats. if I carry on this way, will I find anything? Well, I found a Geodude. That'll be a water pulse. Remember your water, ladies and gentlemen. Aha! Oh, Pokemon! He's another Zubat. Number 5! Wow, that's useless. Unless I wanted to cheat. Never trainer for us to fight. One way to cut down on wild battles is to, of course, just throw in a bunch of repels and go from there. Ooh, thank goodness it missed. Which means we can take the level up and then switch out once the other Pokemon comes out. Hey look, it's a Bulbasaur! Let's throw in Fear. Oh, Sleep Powder! That's fine, we can handle that. Doesn't mean that all it can really do. Yeah, it's got Fine Whip, but it does not have Razor Leaf? Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. I spoke too soon. Apparently it does have Razor Leaf. We've got to be careful then, it could quit. Yeah, super effectiveness. Whippy! Right. With that one defeated, it should just be a case of going upwards and another Pokemon Mag 1. Do you know about Pokemon cosplay? Why, yes I certainly do! There's plenty of cosplayers out there in the Pokemon fandom, or just people who know of Pokemon and do it for the fun of it because, hey, people like Pokemon. Might as well please people that you want to pay you potentially. Of course, there's all sorts of people doing cosplays of various Pokemon related stuff, whether it's the trainers themselves or the Pokemon, and of course the various different states of how much clothing said cosplayers actually wear. If you go for as little as possible, then that's on you, and I question your sanity. Out of just in generalness of it all. But there are some pretty cool cosplays out there you can find. It's a little cool ball. The water pulls in the cool ball. Super effective for destruction. Woo. And that's Pokemaniac Steve dealt with. Lovely stuff. Right, then it should just be we make our way through till we get to the next ladder, I would assume. I could be wrong. Level 23. Lovely stuff. Hikers. You know what? Clefable's done a good amount of damage for now. Let's swap on over to Ivysaur for a moment. Ah, a singular Geodude. Okay. Mudsport. This is the thing, Mudsport is really just... It's just so weird seeing it happen, because it's like, ah yes, I was planning to use my electric type maneuver on this ground type using Mudsport. Pokemon that has an immunity to electric. Doing it is rather dumbfounded, but Mankey. Kept ways of leaf. So it goes a long way, kid. Indeed it does. Not really much I can say about it, but it's Lenny! That's the name of the trainer. I love Ike's having a billion Geodudes, it's so fun. Actually, it's nice amount of experience as well, actually. Super effective shenanigans. We finally end with not a Geodude. It's a Machop. And it barely lived. Using focus energy to try and make it seem like it's actually going to do anything. Thankfully, Ivysaur tackles it to the ground and gives it a concussion. And the Pokemon world has good concussion protocols. Unlike some places where, oh, what's that? You got concussion? Oh, let's just do our spots where we need to hit you with like 50 billion pile drivers. Do not. No, pardon me. If your concussion protocol is to deny and be like, no, they got an unrelated injury, then that means you've got a shite protocol. The ladder's right there. Oh, and there's an item down there. Might be bad, actually. Lucas and his Geodude of Geodudeness. Look at them. They'll walk with some arms on. You know what? Simple design, but I don't mind it as much. I think it's wrong to be like, wait, that Pokemon's just a literal insert real world item. How dare it? Because it's like, no, or Sweet Scent, nah. Because on the one hand, yes, there are some quite simple designs. Like we're finding a lot of Geodudes and even Graveler now as well. It's like it's a walk with arms. Ooh, so creative. But it's like then saying, ooh, ice cream is bad. A keychain is bad. It's like if you're fine with a walk but you hate the ice cream, then that's silly. Personally. A number of Pokemon that are literally just, it's a type of animal, just in a Pokemon form. Hey, an escape rope, we could use this to go back to the start! Yay! But the point I want to make is that, at the end of the day, most Pokemon designs, some of them are a lot more simpler, some of them are a lot more generic looking in terms of just, it's like if I put some eyes on this bowl of water. Congratulations, I now made a water type. Maybe due to microplastics in the water and all that, you can make it like a ghost type. Oh hey, Casola. That exists. Right, and then it's downwards then, because that's what the trainer is. Oh boy, okay, right, the chop has appeared in front of us. I'm saving the Razor Leaves. Bend tricks as trail markers. Indeed you can. That's one thing about going through a place that's very long and very much samey in terms of its design, in terms of the overall aesthetic of the area you're in. Markers that allow you to go, yep, I know exactly where we are because of that thing there. But then again, if you're using it as an identifier and then you walk around in a circle and it's like, nah, see, I know where we are, then it's a bit silly. And now it's a Jigglypuff taken care of. Whoopee. I might switch. Yeah, I can switch actually. Switch to Fable. Use Shockwave. Ooh. Actually, yeah, you know what? Yeah, this is actually a good way to counter Pidgey's bloody sand attacks. Shockwave is just... I get to hit. Fuck you for trying to make me not be able to hit. And we can call it a day on that one. Woo! And behold, what a Meowth could be potentially capable of if I bother to level my one up. It can get one-shot by Mega Punch still. Hooray! They did their best. But when your best is not enough, we get an encounter very quickly of a Geodude. Got 12 uses. Oh, I've got to use the Hiker most likely. Right. It's Dudley! Oh god, no, it's Dudley Boy Hiker! Hiker Dudley! One of the many offcasts from before I just got boiled down to just Devon and Bubba. Oh, and there was Spike. Should be wearing a tie-dye shirt and getting battered for a hot dog and a handshake in 1997. Level 30 Ivysaur. Love to see it, because it means that we're not too far off from evolving it. Sadly, in terms of gyms, Ivysaur / Venusaur, when it becomes one, hasn't got too many more it's going to be any good against. Because of obviously Grass on Grass and Celadon, not necessarily not the biggest advantage there. Campers, I'm gonna swap then. Pokemon. You know what, let's throw Phil up front and give it a super. Because Celadon's grass alongside it. Then you've got Poison, which grass doesn't really do too well against, and a lot of them are bug types as well in the process. And some of them know Psychic type maneuvers, so you know, that's coverage for you. Don't try anything funny in the dark. You came up to me. I don't like this attempt by this camper to potentially cancel me on the internet. And it has a dumb name like Leah too. Ugh. Obviously you won't do well in Cinnabar due to fire. Probably will do fine with Giovanni. And I'm ignoring Sabrina entirely because Psychic. Psychic Bird is poison. Clefairy! Murder the Clefairy, Philo! No! Don't get sung at! No! It sang a song! It was a merry Clefairy! I don't know what that is. What's it going to do while I'm asleep? Oh no! It's minimizing! Oh no! Whatever will I do? Aerial Ace! It knows an accuracy check! Haha! Fuck you, game! That's all swapping to Fable and using Shockwave. It was too dark. I see the things in the dark. You gotta be careful what you could potentially be doing in the shadows. I haven't really watched it, what you do in the shadows. I've seen a few clips of it and it looks like, yeah, it looks like fun. It looks like it's a fun show to watch. Maybe I'll do that in the future at some point. Give it a watch. I'm sure, actually I do know someone IRL. If I asked, hey, what do you think of what you do in the shadows? They'll be like, oh, it's an amazing show, you should watch it. And I'll be like, oh yeah, fair enough. I just need to make time to actually watch television sometimes. Oh, you know, speaking of television, I have been forced into watching Doctor Who. Against my will. The way I make it sound is like a bunch of people have decided to grab me, kidnap me, duct tape me to a chair, apply the Ludicolo technique so I can't close my eyes, and gone, you will watch everything Doctor Who wise that you have never bothered to watch. Also the new stuff while you're at it. And it's like, no, that's not what's happening. It's just a case of me being in the room at the same time, and I just glance up at it occasionally being like, oh, okay, that's what's happening. Alright, fair enough. Like Miyotsuga was good at his job, so I'm not going to say he's doing a bad job acting, because no, he's a good actor. Overall, I think it feels like Doctor Who to me. If someone turned around and said, this doesn't feel like Doctor Who, I'd be like, nah, it feels like Doctor Who to me. In all of its hokiness and sometimes questionable stats and plot points that make you go, huh, how weird. Like that. Sometimes people forget that Doctor Who's always had its elements to it, and then of course you get the Doctor Who is woke crowd. Don't rewatch old Doctor Who before saying it's gone woke, in my opinion. Multiple episodes of one of the first stories for the Third Doctor is about global warming, for fuck's sake. And the effects of doing some of that sort of stuff when it comes to it. It's like, to me, I'm just like, did people just not watch Classic Who? Or were they a child and then they've been brainwashed by dumb media places that you shouldn't listen to? Because that's what it feels like to me. Finally! The exit! We've done it! We've made it! This still counts as about 10. But we've done it! We're free! Ah! Trainer! And so, Pony Maniac Herman and his Kubone has decided that it's time for us to die. By that I mean we've got Pharaoh up front and I'm gonna have to switch. Maybe we can do this. We're literally a step away from Lavender. Ah! It headbutted me. But it was a headbutt of love because it's infatuated now. It must have been a Glasgow kiss. No, wait, no, that would be quite painful. Especially if Drew McIntyre did it. Seeing as that's his move, for fuck's sake. If your version of a move gets a unique name, that means you're good at said move. Glasgow Kiss, Wino Score. Ooh, it's a Slowpoke. Shockwave! And the Slowpoke almost dead. Oh, its gun was full of water. We should have known it would do that. Punch it in the how do you miss a Slowpoke? How do you... I feel like missing a Slowpoke is intentional because it moves so slowly. You're like, oh, I don't really want to hit it. Yeah, I missed. Oh dear. Versus the Slowpoke being able to nimbly go slew and it jumps out the way. Like, I highly doubt that would happen. Well, anyway, that's that trainer dealt with. So anyway, in we go to Lavender Town. Bum 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 dun 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 dun. Let's use that tune for every creepypasta. May I remind you that Dream Theory is very bad. How many creepypastas are there out there that it's just popular cartoon character is actually in a coma and all the cartoony elements of the show they're in is because they're in a coma dream? Do you know how fucking dumb you all sound? Of course, this being in the background of, say, someone reading, like, I don't know, like Squidward's Suicide or something like that, and it's just like... And, fun fact, I actually will willingly say that outright, in the event that there's random children watching. Because SpongeBob SquarePants, the show itself, referenced it! Like, referenced, like, the hyper-realistic bloodied eye thing, and it's like, why? Why the fuck are you doing that? And then I remember, oh yeah, cartoons have done that before. Having darker things occur, or weird things occur. Not only that, but of course, let's face it, I watched MLP, the number of references to the Brony fandom that did occur in some of the later seasons is a little annoying, because I preferred it when it was trying to be a kid show and not, hey, let's try to and not when there were a couple of writers being like, hey, let's try and appeal to the grown male adults. Anyway, we now have access to Great Balls. Hooray! I'll also pick up a couple more Super Potions. We do seem to be using them quite a bit. And since we're out of Pokemon, might as well sell that nugget I've been holding on to. This ain't Gen 1, there's no need for me to keep a hold of it to then use the Missing Node glitch to, the glitches of Missing Node to be able to get my hands on a ton more. So anywho, we can head south onto Route 12. There is no point in doing so, as all we can do there is see the Snorlax and be like, darn, there's a Snorlax. So anyways, Route 8, and I want to go back down and Drowsy up front just to give it experience, and also because then I can get an encounter. Let's try this trainer. I'm not looking at what the trainers have. What's cute, wild, and fluffy Pokemon? Oh, well, trainer, since you ask. Behold, an excuse to grab my Jigglypuff and give it a nice big hug. But also Clefairy. Clefairy works too. What other cute, round and fluffy Pokemon are there? Or just cute and maybe even round? Maybe, of course, there's the baby Pokemon forms of both Jiggly and Clefairy, of Jigglypuff and Clefairy. Obviously, because Igglybuff and Cleffa. But those are baby Pokemon, we don't give a shit about them. But Route 8, which requires us going through Lavender to get to. Route 12 is pointless at the moment, we can't even get anywhere else there. Route 8 in terms of Pokemon. Ignore Gen 1, ignore Gen 2, Gen 3! We're playing Leaf Green, meaning we have Dupe's Claws in Pidgey, Dupe's Claws in Sandshrew, Dupe's Claws in Meowth, and what percent chance is that? 20% chance of Vulpix! We'll be getting our hands on a Vulpix, new things. It's Follow Me! It's using a double battle maneuver! Because now I have to go for it! It's the only thing I can go for. Unless I was trying to hypnosis myself. I am feeling sleepy! That would be funny, but no. Alright, confuse it. Confuse the pre-Gen 6 normal type, post-Gen 6 fairy type. Oh, it doesn't do much damage. Oh, I hope I might do more then. Yeah, similar amount. Oh crap, Infatuation! That's cute, Charm. I should have realised. Maybe we'll swap to a female Pokemon? Yeah, I have plenty of those, funnily enough. Yeah, let's switch to Philo then. So, yeah, Vulpix is our sole Pokemon we can actually get our hands on. I'm fine with that. Because it's Vulpix, and Vulpix is cute, and it's a shame that we can't get the Alolan version because I quite like it more, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. As I've probably made the case on multiple occasions, I like me Alolan Vulpix. And well, by extension Alolan Ninetales actually more so in that way. Because I actually do think Ice and Fairy is a nice type matchup, a nice typing. Does it have a myriad of weaknesses? Yes. But I do like it. Like if I was to make like a snow team, Alolan Ninetales would be an excellent choice for it. Yeah, pardon me. And besides, you know, Fairy's always good to have because it gets rid of that damn fangled dragon type that may or may not try to do things that are nasty to other ice types. Anyway, welcome to the grass. And immediate Vulpix! Hooray! Level 15. Well, we'll throw down a Hypnosis. Alright, quick attacked me. No! I wanted to get it hidden. What do I call a normal female Vulpix? And you know what? We have this wonderful thing called a Great Ball to increase our chances. See, I am thinking of the name. Goddamn fucking. No, don't. Oh no, thank goodness. How do I spell it? Okay, I know how to spell it now. Unlike the previous Pokemon I've spelled wrong, I just pressed Z. Okay, we're heading back to Lavender. Hello, Sandshrew. We'll just run from the Sandshrew, that doesn't matter too much. Right, I'm heading back to Lavender now. Where's the name waiter? I want to figure out where that is. I think it's one of the houses here. Yeah, there we go. There's name waiter, perfect. Right, so we've got a myriad of things to do now in the Pokemon Center. First of all, heal, just to make sure, but also to the box. Reboot up the PC, Bill's PC, Pokemon. So actually, we do have a myriad of Pokemon I do need to look at the natures of. First off is Sandshrew, with its nature that it has. Oh, so I just need to sort out on here not Route 12, we're looking on the Route 8 encounter. Vulpix! Caught! And then name it, but so this one's Careful. Misspelt Zubat, and I'll keep it misspelt because it gives it a little bit more to it, is Sassy. And our misfortunate name of Vulpix is also Sassy. Giving us a special defense up, speed down. Currently has Flash Fire, so we can switch in on fire types and it gets powered up by that. And it also has various moves. Now we actually have a fire type, so that's actually useful against other grass as well. We'll throw Meowth into the box for the moment, just because I want to sort out the name. Like, I've come up with a name. This one was actually quite an easy one, because we're referencing a nickname within stuff. I'd actually say at this one. Anyway. Vulpix! Yes, I would like to actually give it a name now. It's being called Hylia. And the reference is Trails, specifically the Crossbell stuff, with the character Ilya Platard, who some in the game describe as like the sun itself when it comes to dancing. Even the main dancer you see is like, she's like playing the character, the sun, that's meant to be representative of like a sun dancer or sun priestess or some princess even. Well, Rixia, the other dancer who is more relevant, is more of the moon. And hell, another character, Sully, ends up being referred to as like a star for that stuff in Arkansas, which is really great actually. And I do love seeing the character development over time and continuity. Now, now sadly, I actually am considering my team lineup still. Due to the next gym, I definitely say that Vero's got more to it. Now I'm actively fading Lavender a little bit, aren't I? Now here's the thing. We do have a Pokemon Tower rival fight we can go to. We don't have to immediately though. funny thing is. This is because at this point in the game, more stuff is about. But at the same time, I'm looking at the team and it's like, its highest is 25 of Charmeleon. So like, if we were to say comparatively go through what his team can do, like the Pidgeotto. It's not fully evolved yet. That's a good thing. But its weaknesses of electric and rock, I mean, we do have access to that stuff, so you know, it has Gust and Quick Attack and Sand Attack, so Clefable would start the fight. Then we get Execute. We could grind Vulpix a little bit in terms of getting it to be of a level where it can take it on, because fire is a weakness of it. Stuff, but it's also got all the various weaknesses of grass when it comes to it being a Psychic type. Then Gyarados, just use a very good electric maneuver and it will kill over. So Clefable is our option there. Sadly we have to switch, which means we'll be switching into Thrash, which is never good. It will hurt like a ton of bricks no matter what. Then there's Kadabra with its Confusion and Kinesis, but it can actually hit us now. Fearow has got Pursuit, but sadly that's based off a special attack and its special defense is good enough. So we might just be better off just hitting it as hard as possible. And of course then there's Charmeleon, which yeah, just water, ground or rock type will easily be able to deal with it. It's a lot more basic, so neither of them can definitely deal with it quite well, I'd argue. So we could, I just want to maybe have my team be a bit better. But yeah, currently we've boxed Meow for the moment. Flash is not needed anymore. I'm gonna put Vulpix on there. So yeah. If we go into Pokemon Tower and try to do anything there, we would be met with, in terms of our Pokemon, we'd be met with not being able to see the Pokemon because of the aspect of because we can't actually see them properly. Like, quite literally, we would not be able to see them. We would need the Silph Scope. In order to get the Silph Scope, we need to go through a bit of the game state, so... Well, 8 does lead into Saffron, but we'll be skipping past it because we'll be going through the underground to Route 7. Route 7, I want to just double check what we can find on Route 7. In Generation 3, I don't think we can get anything. No, it's all Dude's Claws. Oh, it roared! You bitch. Ah, now it lives. Like, I get it wanting to fight my weaker Pokemon, but like... not cool. See, Growlithe actually has Odor Sleuth, which is quite a nice maneuver to have, because it means that you can see... it means that normal type moves can actually hit Ghost. You can't see them normally. Silly. Just give me the experience game. It's a Vulpix! No! It's using Roar! What's being forced out? Ah, Fearow. Okay, fair enough, air release. No need to think too hard about that one. Easy time there. And level 24 for Clefable. Stuff. Oh yeah, I don't have Meow for me, so I can't just go through the grass this time. Which sadly means there's nothing there I can get. Now, in Map 7. Now, Celadon's our next location. Now, Celadon, there definitely is things we can do there. Yeah, pardon me, birds and whatnot. Ooh. Drowsy. Still lower level, but it's poison type, so... Ah, it's minimizing. Odin Bell with Cavable Zero. Right, we gotta kill it now. Before it minimizes too many times. Oh, hey, the confusion. That'll help. Assuming it hits itself. No, try using disable. Okay. Yeah, that one minimize is enough to whack our day. God damn it. Thankfully, that's the confusion. That's applied. Damn it, snapped out. Stab sludge. That was a lot of damage. Thankfully, we did kill the Grimer. Disable Dark Confusion, god damn it. On the bright side, we hit the Hypnosis. Damn it. Right, we're switching then. Switch to Nidoqueen. While it's asleep. We have Dig. The moment we get access to any better ground type moves, we're replacing Dig because the 2-turn aspect just means that it just takes a while. Right. Body Slam, Nidoqueen! Level 27 for Nidoqueen. Lovely stuff. And level 24, Drowsy. Lovely. And lastly is another Grimer. Okay, well, we'll just Body Slam it then. Hurrah! Body Slam the slime. I'll just double kick it out. Why did I do that? That active. Oh, there we go, critical. Haha! I shouldn't have done that, that was a bad play, but yeah, right. Level 22 Grimer versus the fully health Nidoqueen, that probably helps quite well. That's like quite a bit high level. Oh wait, this is one of those elusive double battles they added. Might wanna... actually no, they can stay in, but we'll just have to be careful. We'll shock you with our twin power! Oh boy. How shocking of it! There's 2 of them! It might still be 1-on-1 actually. No, it's not, it's 2-on-2. A Clefairy Jigglypuff! No, so cute! These twins have the cutest team. I'm still gonna switch around. I'll show them cute. I have a Clefable. As for Nidoqueen, I think both someone on the Jigglypuff will do a good job. Yeah. Yeah. And now Body Slam the Clefairy! Oh, one shot the Clefairy. The Clefairy was able to handle that one. Ah. And it survives the shockwave because it actually has the slap and a 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 slap and poison point. It's hurt by the poison! Glump. Murder. You know what, maybe we should instead of make murder. School is fun, but so are Pokemon. You know what would be even funner? A Pokemon school! This super nerd has a coughing! Coughing. While we die to a coughing's cough, might have levitate, but I'll rather be immune to any poisons. Yeah, sludge. I was correct in my assessment. Now, body slam the smoke. Ah, crap, now I can't see. I hate when it happens. Well. Damn defensiveness. Celadon, Celadon, Celadon. We can find a number of Pokemon in Celadon actually, funnily enough. You can actually fish for Pokemon if you really desire to. You can also find Grimer Mucks via surfing. Interesting fun like that. You can even fish up Grimers with the Super Rod at 1% chance in Gen 3. No idea why they chose to allow that to be a thing that you can do, but you know, it's a thing. But yeah, no, in terms of the things you can catch, it's mainly surfing and fishing again as per usual. However, it's not telling us about... It's weird, because there is things you can do other than that. Or does it count as like a gift? Because there is a thing here. Well, anyway, Celadon's where we're heading to next. We'll have to put Meowth on the team again when we get there. Ah, level 16 for our Vulpix. Lovely stuff. We must look silly standing here like this. Well, you were. Or maybe if there were treadmills, you'd be starting to do that one OK Go music video. It's a Megan. And that, we switch to a Clefable. Because it's a pity. And, quick attack! Oh, smarter than most. So what I should have drawn was the Celadon gym, not the Viridian one. But oh well, not Viridian gym. I totally drew this Viridian gym, and I'm just shockwaving a needle and nail. It's no biggie. Yeah, it's still doing a amount of damage. No, I mean Celadon. I would have probably could have drawn that. So sadly, it means that we kind of just ignore doing that if we've done Celadon gym by then. No, poison point! I should have not used a physical maneuver. I'm dealing with a Rattata like this, I'm not switching. There we go, no Hyper Fang shenanigans for you, trainer! A Meowth! That's right. Come on in, Pharaoh, do your thing. Murder a cat. Teach them that you are not to be fought against. That birds can beat cats. Oh, I chose the wrong thing to switch to, really. Damn Pikachus. Assisting in a way that means I'm having to switch more. Pika. It's a Pikachu we murdered. Look what you did to my poor cute Pokemon! You bastard! How dare you! All I did was send them out to fight you, and you had to hit them repeatedly. You're the mean one here, trainer. There's some people on bikes. Oh, well, you will. And with this, the underground path. Once again, just it's a path. And with that, we've now made it onto Route 8. No, like Route 7, which we can't catch anything on because we've caught everything we can. We're going to be... first things first, in Celadon, we're healing, and then we're putting Meowth back on the team. For the purposes of using Cut. I'm also going to make a space. For a very obvious reason. Anyway, and I'm going to count as my Celadon encounter. If we head on over to the thing, actually, the Celadon City, they count... Oh, they don't count the Eevee. Oh. The tracker doesn't count the Eevee. It counts the Aborigine, Pinsir, and Porygon we can get through the game corner. We'll talk about that in a second, but I am just going to deposit a few Pokemon and move some stuff about. I'm just going to deposit Clefable for a second and Fearow for a second. I'll probably put Fearow back on the team for the purposes of the flight of the grass gym, but we need Meowth 100% because it has Cut, and we will need Cut. So anyways, welcome to Celadon. So I guess the first thing I'll do is head to the place where you can get the coin case, which should be one of these buildings here, methinks. Well, I could be wrong. I could have forgotten. No, this is the hotel. I'm in the wrong place. Somewhere here's the coin case. This is all done. People doing their thing. Could be this building then. Yep, here it is. This person's broke and we can laugh at him, but we do get the coin case. Yippee! Right, that's all we do. That's all we need to do in this building. But with the coin case, we can actually now go gambling. I ain't doing the gambling. But the game corner is important. It's where the Rocket Hideout is. This is where we can exchange coins for prizes. So we can get hands on some items here, like the Smoke Ball, Miracle Seed, Charcoal, Mystic Water, and Yellow Flute. We can also exchange coins from this person to get Abra, Clefairy, Pinsir, Dratini, and Porygon. So this is what they count as the encounters, for whatever reason. I don't know on that one, personally. I personally consider... I would personally consider the Eevee that the Eevee should count, but apparently it doesn't. It's just not there on the listing. So we could farm coins, get our hands on a Dratini at this point in the game, instead of trying to fish one up in the Safari Zone and hoping for the best, being able to encounter one before anything else. But ultimately, yeah, if you want Porygon as well, there's more coins. And we can also get, from here, TM 13, 23, 24, 30, and 35. Lovely stuff. However, in order to get coins, we need to go to the game corner over here. And just casually just loot around for a second, because I'm trying to see if I can get any coins at Mario. Oh, yeah, screw that. This position here, out by here, you can go. It's the Rocket Game Corner, and for 10,000 Poké Dollars, you can get 500 coins. Meaning, if you want the, hang on, like doing the maths. Within the Celadon Game Corner, because we saw the stuff, but like at the same time, I don't remember the stuff. But yeah, that's fun. 50 coins is 1,000, so it's the multiple of 10. In Generation 3, the only games available are slot machines, with non-player characters claiming they are rigged. So, we would be gambling, essentially. I want to double check the prizes game. So So we can talk to people, get a few coins from that. Pretty much all the hidden ones are just non-existent. Or are different. And there's a bunch of different stuff in Let's Go. Obviously there's the trainer that we can fight, but yeah, the player's corner. We're in the Gen 3 one. So the TMs that we could see were Ice Beam for 4,000 coins. That's really good. Iron Tail. Hey, you know what? Still type move. Thunderbolt. Yeah, they put Thunderbolt behind this thing as well. You know, Flamethrower and Shadow Ball. So, you know, usefulness. If we were playing... Now, here's the thing. If we were playing Pokemon Fire Red, we could get ourselves a level 18 Dratini for 2,800 coins. So that'd be a bit of money, for sure. We don't know how much money on our hands at the moment. However, Porygon would be 9,999 coins, and we don't have the access to Cypher at that point. Instead, we have access to Pinsir, and Dratini's 4,600, so... Every 1,000 coins is 20,000, so that's 20, 40, 60, 80,000, plus another 500, so that's another 10, so 90,000, and then another 100, so about 92,000 Pokédollars you would need to get your hands on a Dratini. We're not going to buy coins. We're not going to fight the Rocket Trainer here yet either. We're just going to move away from this because, yeah. So, Celadon, I want to say the encounter's the Eevee. But I see the tracker doesn't. I do want to question that. Anyway, back here, which doesn't require a cut, is the way to the Eevee. If you didn't know that you could get Eevee through this, then you may be playing an entry where you can't. Which I doubt there really is. I mean, okay, yeah, this probably is the case in like Gen 2, but you get Eevee from Bill in Golden Wand anyway. So, yes, we're going to give a nickname to an Eevee, a female Eevee. Aww. You know what? Oh, name for it. I'm just going to call it Old Tina. There we go. We'll just call it that. Easy enough. Man, my brain works wonders. Trouble is, this is the only place you can get Eevee. So, yeah, I'm going to say that this counts as the Celadon encounter. And that we're not going to get anything from the game corner. And of course, we've added to the team. Now, we do need to check its nature, because that might factor in which evolution we go for. It comes in to us at level 25, which is quite lovely. And, ooh, it's a jolly Eevee. It's a jolly one. Oh, jolly, meaning its speed is upped, but its special attack is lowered. Now, this is unfortunate for Eevee, as it only gets special types in Gen 1. We can't get Umbreon or Espeon, which is a shame. However, it being jolly is not the best, actually. No matter what. Like, even though Flareon is quite good on its physical attack, it's not the best option, necessarily. We might hold off on evolving the Eevee, is what I'm thinking, possibly. As we do need to grab either the Water, the Thunder, or the Firestone. If we use the Water Stone, we get Vaporeon, which gives it a nice good amount of health, but also quite a nice level of special bulk as well in the process. And it gets access to moves like Aurora Beam and Bite. And you know what? Yeah, if we evolved it now, we get it up to level 86. That's Aurora Beam. That's not too bad, actually. Jolteon's moveset in Gen 3 gives it, based off of the level it is, it gets coverage in Double Kick, Pin Missile, and Thunder at level 52. And pardon me, sadly for Jolteon, it does suffer from the fact that if you want it to have Thunderbolt, you have to go through the game corner in this game, instead of just waiting till to this point to use to teach Thunderbolt to then be able to teach give it Thunderbolt, and then you'd be able to go from there, and that's great. Flareon has quite nice physical attack, meaning its physical moves will do quite lovely. However, it doesn't really get physical maneuvers. It gets Bide, it gets Fire Spin, it gets Smog. It does get Flamethrower at level 52, so you know, not so bad on that end. We'd be relying primarily on TMs to give it physical moves to use on it, but you'll never be Stab. Basically, Eevee can be a backup to any plans we may decide to have. Also, we have Runaway, but we can also... We can't get happiness at day or night, as there's no day-night cycle. So that's lovely. So yeah, Eevee's just kind of there now in our party lineup. We're gonna just... Oh, so we are in Celadon now, which means if we don't want to spend our money in the game corner, he actually wants to. I kind of like the idea of getting Ice Beam. We can now go to the Celadon department store and get a whole bunch of stuff and things. We're on floor 1, the service counter. Welcome to floor 2. The sign here will tell us that it is top grade items for trainers, as we're at the trainers market. So the first one we can go to is a TM person, who has TM05 War, TM15 Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam is really good still for any physical normal type Pokemon. Like, let's say in the hypothetical future we get to the Safari Zone and we get Tauros. This move is legitimately really good for Tauros. Then Gen 4 happens and stops that being the case, but you know, and it's not Gen 1, which means we can't just Hyper Beam, ha, we killed the Pokemon, which means we can Hyper Beam again immediately. No, we will have that cooldown no matter what. TM28 Dig, so if we want to have a solid ground type maneuver, there are better ones, obviously Earthquake. But if we want a solid ground type maneuver on any Pokemon, we now have access to a lot more of them. Break if we want a decent fighting type maneuver, and in the event that a trainer is using Light Screen and Reflect, hello there psychic types, this can certainly help. Secret Power, which we already got one of, and Attract. Not really so useful, Attract or Secret Power, to be honest. And this guy here, if we go up to him, he sells Great Balls, Super Potions for 5s, Antidotes, Paralyze Heals, Awakening, Burn Heals, Ice Heals, and Super Repels. Super Repels, eh? We might utilise some Super Repels in the near future. I don't know, I'll consider my options at a later time. Well, on to floor number 3, if we look on here, it's the TV game shop. You see a bunch of people playing their damn video games, and we can learn things there. Finished Pokemon. Not done yet? How about I teach you a good move? The move I have in mind is Counter. Oh, we don't actually care about Counter. This floor is actually kind of shite, but this one's like, yeah, Haunter, Haunter, I love Haunter. Huh? It changed, we traded. That tells you that, Kang's on for Haunter. Ah, that's why. Yep, you trade Haunter on there, and you can identify Pokemon trades by their ID numbers. And look at these Super NESs! Whoopee! You can play things like Super Mario World or Super Metroid. On to floor 4. Wise Man Gifts. Evolution Special Element Stones on sale now! Hooray! And this one's getting a present for their girlfriend. How lovely. But what can we get? Well, we can buy ourselves the Pokédoll. Which it looks like a Cavable. No, yeah, it looks like a Cavable. No, the Cavary. But the similarities between Clefairy and Jigglypuff is certainly a thing. Retro Mail for the mail-related stuff, but also Thunder, Fire, Water, and Leaf. I said these two in the wrong order. But yeah, the Elemental Stones. We'll need one of these 3 to evolve Eevee. And of course, for Weeping Bell, we need a Leaf Stone. So we'll buy a Leaf Stone. We also need a Firestone for Vulpix, so we'll buy a Firestone now and then consider when we want to evolve it into Ninetales. As for the Jolteon evolution, we'll hold off for the moment, just out of not being 100% sure on which direction we want to go, we could just save it and be like only in the event of we have the plan sorted out. Let's see, we get flamethrower at level 29. So I think for all intensive purposes, that's when we should hold off from until then with full picks. I think that's the sensible plan. Floor number 5 is a drugstore. Hooray! Drugs! Like these ones that raise the base stats of your Pokemon based on which ones you go for. So in order: health, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. If you've got a ton of money for you to utilize, then hey, good news, you can use that and try and be more optimal. The other trainer has the X items. These will raise the stats in the order of attack, defense, speed, special attack, accuracy, guard, spec, prevents stat reduction for 5 times, and dire hit raises the critical hit ratio. So, you know, if you want to rely on critical hits a lot more, then you can do that, I guess. And then we get to the roof. This person points out that their sister is a trainer, is something, but if memory serves me correctly, is this still... What? Now, if memory serves me correctly, I'll grab an extra set for why not. In Gen 1, this is how you'd have to go to get Ice Beam. You just give some fresh water. Now, what do we get out of this one instead? TM16. That's Light Screen. Okay, yeah. So we get Light Screen, I believe. Then that means another one will be Reflect, and then I believe Safeguard. Yeah, Safeguard. Safeguard. So we get a bunch of defensive moves. Sadly, which you know is a little shame, because to be honest, I wouldn't mind getting Ice Beam and Rock Throw and well, Rock Slide, and obviously Tri Attack is the other one. So yeah, that's all we can do here. Now, did they change it in Gen 3? In Generation 1, the guardhouses, the way to get through them would be getting a bottle of fresh water and telling a guard to hydrate themselves. In some other generations, it's different, and you have to specifically find an item that's for the purposes of letting them get hydrated. So we'll go and check, because if we have access to Saffron, we can get the Psychic TM. Ah, damn it. Yeah, no, we need an item specifically. Damn it! I don't remember where you get that then. I think you still find it in Celadon. I think. This person has a Poliwrath because they used a water stone. Yeah, it's in the mansion. Maybe it's in the mansion somewhere. Oh yeah, hang on. Yeah, I think I remember this person. Try this instead. We obtained the tea. Nothing beats first like some hot tea. It really is best. By God, I knew it. I knew Game Freak were British all along. Actually, no, it'd probably be like, more of a type of tea that you'd have in Japan. Now we can head to the guardhouse and... Oh, that tea! It looks awfully tasty. Gee, you can have this? Yeah, look. We're going to Saffron City? Go through. Check the other ones. Yeah! So now we have access to Saffron! Though, to be fair, we can't really do much in Saffron because of all the rocket grunts existing. And this is Mr. Psychic's house. Perfect. Now the Fighting Jojo is available. We can go in there, but at the same time, not really. It's higher level than what we'd want to be dealing with. Now we have Psychic. Just a really good TM. If a Pokemon doesn't line up higher level up, then great news. Hey, we can head on south onto Route 6. We're back on Route 6. Goes for millions to the south. Hooray! And heading up north heads us to Route 5. So we now have easy access back to Lavender, Cerulean, and Vermilion in any decidingness we want. Now, sadly, pretty much everywhere else is going to be full of rocket grunts in terms of stuff. Of course, in Gen 2, there's the railway line. There's the Fighting Jojo. We can go there if we really want to, but the actual gym for this one is not available. And we can even head into the Pokemon still. Although, to be fair, at this point, we're not really going to care about Pokemon as much as Celadon gives us all the things we need, a lot more so. But if we wanted to go here, we could get our hands on some Hyper Potions, if we really wanted to. And Max Repels. Again, there's definitely an idea I have for when I want to use Repels, but not right now. So anyway, let's head on back to Celadon, as there is more things for us to do still before we go running off into the Celadon gym and hoping to not get our ass handed to us with a lower level Vulpix than ideal. Right, okay, let's see. So we're now back in Celadon. I'm going to probably sort my team out a bit more suited for the grass gym. But first, on to Route 16. Now we're not going to go far to Route 16. We're just going to use cut and head up here. Oh, they had a trend, didn't they? As you can see here, there's a Snorlax. We can't go past that point. I don't know if that's an actual proper train or not, so we'll just fade it for the moment. But Route 16 has this lovely little house. And inside is a trainer where we found their secret retreat. They don't want anyone to know about it, so we get a fly because, you know, it's a rather convenient thing to use. And of course, over here is a Fearow that obviously knows fly, because obviously. Now, on any of the Pokemon that can learn fly, we can teach fly. A really good flying type maneuver. We'll give it that. Sometimes the intensity of our love scares me. Oh boy. I do not need to know what you two get up to under the sheets. And you're a young couple, so maybe even more so. Oh! Yeah, no. I'm switching that one. Oh. I'm gonna have to do that, and, I'd say we get rid of the Rapidash as fast as humanly possible. Hey! Quick attack to the Nidoqueen like an idiot. Oh, Tailwind. Okay. It's both. That's actually decent, but thankfully it's going after Nidoqueen. Oh, safeguard! Darn! That means Hypnosis does nothing. Kind of shitty there, but which means there's no point using that. Might as well just use Confusion then. Right, we'll deal with the Ninetales first because it's poison, so we can at least get that out of the way. And yeah, they're going for Nidoqueen the whole time. That's fine. I'll take it because that means Drowsy won't die horribly. Yeah, and it'll die to poison. Good. That means it's a 2-on-1 assault. I can use Drowsy's Ton to heal Nidoqueen, and Nidoqueen can then just murder with Poison at this point. So yeah, bag, Super Potion. Yeah, we're not hitting to full anymore. We might want to actually get our hands on some Hyper Potions in the future. Oh, it's Stomp Drowsy. Ah! I was kind of hoping that didn't happen. Well, Drowsy's dead. That is actually a negative. Right, remove on the team, then trainer fight. Submit. There we go. We'll add a Pokemon onto our team then. Yeah, I'm going to be throwing my team out after this, 100%. Fobos to level 17 though. That's actually good. Will-O-Wisp, which actually isn't a bad move. I will happily have it on the thing over War. Mainly because it means I can now put Pokemon onto Burn, lowering its physical attack outside of Guts, and it will then take damage over time. It's useful. Which means I am gonna rely on other Pokemon for the purposes of the next. Now, Route 16, which you can get to from Celadon, the grass that we're on is quite lovely because we can actually encounter Pokemon. We can encounter Dojo. Now, that's if we want it. We can also go for Snorlax. It would count as our encounter on this route, but unless we add, when we have access to Snorlax, obviously, that's the other alternative, basically. So we'll hold off for the moment. Like, because if we go for the other Snorlax that's on Route 12, we can then have that one be the encounter, catch it, boom. No need to fret anymore. That was a much higher double battle level-wise than I thought it was going to be. I'll be honest, my team was not sorted for it. I'm thankful all we lost was Drowsy. I'm thankful for that. Right, okay, so... No, try to the fool I am. Okay, right, put out the PC and let's deposit Drowsy into box 16. No, 14 even. Our Hall of the Dead. Our Hall of the Dead. We'll put Weeping Bell on the team for the moment, because we're going to be evolving it, and I'm going to put Eevee in the box for the time being, because it will be more better suited off for, depending on how we want to go about things in the future. And we'll put Fearow on the team. So remove Eevee and put in Weeping Bell from the lineup. So Weeping Bell and Fearow. This is because we're going to be going and doing the grass gym. Might as well. Now, one thing I should probably do is double check Weeping Bell's moveset. Just make sure that we're not going foolishly with using the Leaf Stone, which is, it does get Acid at 24, Razor Leaf at 42, what's the on TM wise, Bullet Seed, Giga Drain, Solar Beam, Steam 22, Sludge Bomb if I can find it, Thief if I really want that, Cut. I mean, do we think that it's at a point where we wanna... I might want to level it up a couple of levels. Just so that we get that. And even then, like, me putting Weeping Bell on here is just, like, grass persists grass, and that's at least something. Like, at the end of the day, we're actually relying heavily on other Pokemon. Right, so, yeah, because I kind of actually wanted, I kind of actually did want Drowsy to live, because we could give it, because we have Psychic now, we could have given it, but none of our Pokemon can learn Psychic, well, that's in the party, because, yeah, I think Fable might be able to, but I don't know. So anyways, we need Meowth on our team, however, because we need Cut, and it might be worth it, like, leveling Meowth up even as well, at this point, but anyway, the Celadon gym, it's a bunch of trainers with grass types, so having our fire type ready to get experience. Only real ladies are allowed in here. Well, sadly, due to Supreme Court rulings, if I consider you not feminine enough, you're not allowed in here then. And also a genital check. Want to disagree with me? Well, UK government. Well, this is the UK government for you. Ooh, Stun Spore. I'm gonna have to rely on Power myself then. So it could have just doused me with acid. And it actually would have killed. Instead of now it not. I have to switch because, yeah, Weeping Bell. Right. We might be switch trading through the trainers then a little bit. Oh, glad I did. I'm glad I switched. Now, Feroz are only flyer at the moment. Like, I'm not going to disobey the rules and be like, well, you see, we have a Pidgey in the dead section. We could just teach that fly for the purposes of flying to various places. But no, I won't do that. So we might actually go for the Doduo. Just have an extra flying type. So yeah, I'm gonna preserve me items. So this might take a while. Actually, one thing we could do is, what's the level? What level is Erica's team? Level 29. Ooh. Actually, you know what? I think we're gonna go do other things before Erica. I think because level 24 Tangela, sure, that's fine. But then level 29 Victory Bell and File Plume. That Giga Drain's gonna hurt. So we've got a few options as to how we're gonna go about it then. So yeah, I think what we'll do is, I've gone the wrong way. We'll head back to the Pokemon Center, heal, and then I think we'll grind a bit actually. Or maybe we'll head into like Rocket Hideout and just try and murder everything with like other Pokemon. Like we'll swap Meowth out for Clefable for a bit. Well, that way I can switch to that when needed to, and then Rocket Hideout can give us a bunch of XP. Yeah, because we can do Rocket Hideout first. That'll give Ilya more XP. I'd say that this is actually probably a good place to stop. I want to stop for now. So, next time, we'll go into the Rocket Hideout. We'll do some of that stuff. At the end of the day, Geofine's going to be an easier fight against like the Onix and the Rhyhorn, and then maybe not the Kangaskhan. Think it through. But we'll be able to fight the trainers at least. Same with the Sudon City Gym, we can fight the trainers there. There's a bunch of big fights we can do. There's maybe a route or two we could probably maybe try and get our hands on. Sudon City's here as an encounter, but that's solely for the Hitmons. And that's on that one as a whole. Just gonna sort this out for next time. So it will be Fable in the team over Meowth. If you like what you see, you can always check out the other stuff. Of course, there is the singular stream of Oblivion Remaster for the time being. I might actually play more of that in the near future. And of course, the Final Fantasy XIV playthrough, where we're at the end of the base content for When We're Born. Next time on that is, of course, Praetorium and Meridium and Ulma Weapons, so that's fun. So yeah, until next time, I'm just going to save the game, because, yeah, that's a good idea. Until next time, I'll see you all. Bye-bye.